I'm not really used to having people ask my opinions on things because usually they just tell me to shut the fuck up, so this is exciting. Hi, what are your thoughts on Ador's statement of ILLIT copying Newjeans? What plagiarism in K-pop today what plagiarism in K-pop today acceptable? Post what happened to Ed Sheeran is a lot more strict in West. So, this is a very big topic right now, and starting off by saying, I don't like Heejin. I don't like Hybe. Now, not to say I don't like the groups involved and the groups under Hybe. I don't like Heejin. I have not liked her for a very long time. She's the main reason Shani's Lucifer album gives me the ick sometimes, so I can't look at the photos from there. If you know the Taemin photos I'm talking about, you know the Taemin photos I'm talking about. And so I don't like her. I don't like Hybe because I don't think any industry should have a company trying to be this much of a monopoly and this much of a conglomerate. I think it's very dangerous for the industry, and we're seeing a lot of effects today. I will also say I'm not going to be talking about the other stuff that's going on, the more business stuff, as well as her allegedly talking about Rise and BTS and other groups also copying her. Not going to be talking about that. We're just going to focus on Newjeans, ILLIT, and that situation. What is interesting about that compared to what you're talking about with Ed Sheeran and the plagiarism lawsuit is this is one of the statements Ador made. ILLIT is copying Newjeans in all aspects of entertainment activities, including hair, makeup, clothing, choreography, photos, videos, and even event appearances. Does not mention music. So unlike the Ed Sheeran plagiarism case and a lot of what's going on in the West, this is not about the music. This is not plagiarism about the music. Instead, she's talking about how the identity of Newjeans has been copied by this group. And this isn't the first, like, oh, this group copied this group's concept issues we've had in K-pop. But it is very, very interesting that she has not brought music up in this. It is, she's brought up hair and choreography and everything else that makes up Newjeans, but not the music. Shows you the importance of music in K-pop nowadays, but that's a different topic. I don't know enough about one, entertainment law, and two, ILLIT or really Newjeans in this level to talk about yes or no, this feels plagiarized or not. I will say that I feel like ILLIT and Newjeans have a very similar target demographic of audience they're trying to reach, of a certain age range and sort of this like people that like this fresh style of music rather than like the hip-hop stuff or the girl power stuff, and there are other like groups targeting those aspects of K-pop. So in one area I kind of see where she's getting at, where it makes no sense for Hybe to have debuted this group to target the same demographic that Newjeans is targeting already. It just feels like this sort of weird self-sabotage, and I'm not really sure the correct terms to put on this, but it doesn't really make sense from a business point of view to have another group target the same demographic that one of your groups is already targeting, even though Ador is just a subsidy of Hybe, and I think the ILLIT girls are Hybe? Not 100% sure on that, but I feel like that's what she's getting at, is more of they're doing all this to target the same demographic that Newjeans is, and thus like stealing Newjeans' audience or making it seem like she had some sort of involvement in this, because she also was very upset that people were saying online this is like very Heejin coded, this is like feels like Heejin's touch, this is giving Heejin, and she was like no, this makes me so upset, like I need to talk to Hybe about this, but they're not responding to me. And there's two main reasons from what I like am thinking of why she's reacting like this. Like, one, it could be artistic. If you guys know Heejin, she's very, from what we could tell, right, I don't know her personally, but she gives off a vibe of being very controlling, almost obsessive over her groups and her ideas. So these, like some of the old SM idols were her muses, and she talked about them a certain way. So this could be an artist being like, this was my art, this was my baby, and now people are saying like, oh, this is giving that, and I can't have that. I don't want that. I can't deal with that as an artist. It could be that. it could also be something more business orientated, where the more successful ILLIT is at targeting this demographic and people commenting online that, oh, they're very Newjeans coded, the more K-pop companies are going to try to emulate that, because that is how K-pop is. You know, like once house music goes big in K-pop, everyone's doing house music for a bit. Once like trap music goes big in K-pop, everyone tries doing trap music for a bit. That is how the industry goes. Everyone gravitates towards what is popular and what sells well. So she might be thinking, oh, if ILLIT does this well and people are saying they're Newjeans coded, and then other companies see they're doing this and doing this well, they might happen more and more. It could also be, this is sort of the same line of thought, but it could also be her seeing Hybe talking to, you know, potential investors and stuff, and realizing it might be harder for Newjeans to get funded for things. You know, why would they put money in Newjeans when we have Newjeans at home? That sort of thing. Not saying that ILLIT is Newjeans at home. I'm just saying potentially this could be what she's thinking about. Or she could, honest to God, just think they're plagiarizing her. I really don't know. But on topic, I cannot tell you whether ILLIT is or is not copying Newjeans. I think this is a much bigger discussion about, you know, what aspects of K-pop can be considered original and belonging to the creative director, and what aspects is just not. To say that they're copying Newjeans' hairstyle, okay, there's only so many hairstyles, you know, but it could also be true because they're going for similar concepts to target similar audiences. I will say that this is very different from the West, where it is more just music-based plagiarism. And in general, in K-pop nowadays, with how diverse, there's so many theories, so many concepts, so many different things that idols are doing, it is hard to say specifically who's copying who, or who did this first, or, you know, what is a trend and what is an original idea. Sometimes K-pop fans can take the plagiarism attacks a little too far with one similar imagery, and they're like, plagiarism. Other times, I think we see a lot of obvious plagiarism, and then we kind of forget about it for a while. The one I bring up a lot is ATEEZ's Wave just getting basically copied for that one show, and I'm just like, sue. That was pretty obvious, sue. And people might not agree with me, and people be like, no, that's not plagiarism, that's, you know, borrowing or whatever. And I'm just like, sue. But yeah, so that's my sort of take on this. And if you want me to explain any of this more, I will try to, but I feel like there are more qualified creatives, and maybe people who know more about law and copyright law and all that can talk about this more in detail. But thank you so much for asking. That's your other comment, and that was very kind too. So thank you. Bye.